Things are about to get a little saucy, and I don't mean that in a weird way. Today I'm going to share with you a few different sauce options, low-calorie sauce options, that you can add into the mix to not only jazz up your meal prep, but just make it a little bit easier to diversify without having to always make up a new recipe or do something completely different, ergo overwhelming you. So what are these sauce options? Well, let's go. I am Alex, a sports dietitian and nutritionist. Welcome to my channel. Great to have you here. Sauces can really make or break a meal prep, just from a flavor point of view. Now, while not everyone is a sauce person, that I can tell you from my years' experience as a dietitian, not everyone actually wants or needs sauces in their diet. It can actually help a lot of people.
Oh, it's enough ketchup. Come on. Yeah.
I like it.
That's enough.
And by having a mix or a rotation of low-calorie sauces in your pantry, in your fridge, you'll always have something that can just jazz up that meal prep a little bit more, add a different flavor profile, and just make things a little bit easier for you. So you can stick to your diet, stick to the plan that you're trying to do, and achieve your goals ultimately. So today, I'm not Mr. Sparkle, I'm Mr. Sauce, okay? I'm gonna teach you about some sauce options that you can add into the mix, ones that I personally consume myself, and ones that I've recommended to my clients. Now, it's not an exhaustive list by any stretch of the imagination, but I wanted to include some of the big players that I like, and ones that I feel will give you a nice little range of mix of flavors to help you along the way. So without further ado, let's get saucy. Number one, the first ones that I want to share with you, and it's actually more than just the one, is the Nando's range of sauces and marinades. Now, you can't go wrong when it comes to Nando's sauces and marinades because pretty much all of them, if not all of them, are pretty much low calorie. So it really is easy to add into a meal prep, give you a different flavor profile without really giving you that calorie punch. Now, obviously, this is more helpful for people who are trying to lose weight. So if you are, this is going to help you. And if you're not, well, still, if you can shave off some calories in things like sauces and allow you to have it more elsewhere, for example, eating more protein or veggie or whatever it may be, well, that's always going to be an ideal situation because you don't want to get most of your calories from sauces where you can avoid it. But yeah, my favorite ones are the Nando's Peronaise. The one that I've tried recently now as well, which I really, really like, is the Nando's chili jam sauce as well. And they also now have come out with a barbecue one. But full disclosure, I haven't tried it, so I can't really recommend it, can I? Now, it's been a while since I've tried the marinades, but my clients do love them and they give you a different flavor profile, different kind of options you can go for. But their marinades are a good option for meal preps, putting on some chicken and then, prepping it on the pan or whatever it may, or in the oven or in the air fryer. Super, super easy. But yeah, you can't go wrong with Nando's sauces. So just go check them out in your local supermarket. Obviously, this is Australia-based. I don't know about other countries, but here in Australia, the Nando's range of sauces are a good one to really fall back on. Number two is reduced sugar barbecue sauce. Now, there are different products out in the market that do this, but the ones on top of my mind that are both very easy to find, inexpensive, and hit the mark nutritionally are things like the Fountain reduced sugar barbecue sauce, and even potentially like the Heinz range as well. Some of those sauces in the barbecue range aren't too bad either. Barbecue sauce is a tricky one because barbecue sauce by its nature is high sugar, and the more sugar it has, the more calories it will have, obviously. And where you can reduce your refined sugar intake, it's always going to be a bit of a good idea, even though we can't really demonize sugar in totality. But there are a nice range of barbecue sauces now on the mix. There's ones in the back of my mind, it's just slipping my mind right now, but the ones are, if you compare it to the Fountain reduced sugar sauce, if you compare the nutrition profile to that in terms of calories and that sort of stuff, you will get something very, very similar, obviously. So you can do that, in your own time if you wish, if you're not really a fan of the Fountain barbecue sauce or the Heinz barbecue sauces. Now, number three is the I Am Light sweet chili sauce. This is honestly one that is truly a hack when it comes to meal prep if you are someone who likes your sweet chili sauces. It's got I think 4 calories per serve. It's ridiculous. You find it in the Asian section in like Coles and Woolies and obviously some of the other supermarkets probably as well. But essentially it's a sweet chili sauce with virtually no sugar. And leading on from this one, very similar in a sense, is sriracha sauce. Honestly, a lot of the hot sauces really, I could probably just include a category in itself, just say number 3, hot sauces, and you'll get a lot of kind of different options there. So sriracha sauce is a great one as well if you want something a bit more spicy. Personally, not for me, just because I'm a bit of a wuss when it comes to spice, full disclosure. But, the sweet chili honestly works really, really well. If you want something with a bit more of a hit, sriracha sauce is great as well. Now, number 4 is one that you might not actually be thinking about as a sauce, but honestly, I've come to realize that it's actually a great addition to certain meals. And that is your tomato salsa. We're talking that classic jar of tomato salsa that I'm pretty sure every single party growing up had one of those. You know what I'm talking about. If you're Australian, you definitely know what I'm talking about. Now, the reason I like this one is because it does act like a sauce as well. Like, think about it. It's like a saucy type of product. However, it does have a different texture and it does technically give you a little bit of veggies as well. So by adding it to something like some, on top of your mince kind of meal or something like that, or just adding as a side or throwing it into your salad, it gives you just that little bit of extra flavor in a very light and very healthy way. Or I should say, in a very light and reasonably healthy way. Obviously, it doesn't beat adding in more proper vegetables and salads and that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's one that people don't actually realize can be used as a sauce. They just think of it as a dip. But honestly, dips are really just sauces in a different marketed form when you think about it. And that's my main list of easy ones that you can find. Obviously, there's a lot of different products now coming on the market. A lot of them are a bit more on the fancy side or being marketed as lower calorie or healthier sauces, and therefore they cost a lot more. So I didn't include some of those in here because I want to make sure that the suggestions are accessible all across the board. However, if you want me to throw a few more options out there that maybe I didn't cover for a different flavor profile, anything to do with mustards is going to be pretty much an easy go ahead for you. So anything to do with like mustards, whether it's just, English mustard, Australian mustard, German mustard, American mustard, doesn't matter. Mustards are generally going to be a low calorie, high flavor option for you if you like that type of flavor, of course. And then obviously with Asian cuisine as well, there's the soy sauce based sauces and that sort of stuff. They can also be pretty lean as well. So don't skimp on those. Go check out the Asian section in your supermarket and look at the sauces there. You'll find a bunch of different fun and delicious sauces that don't break the budget when it comes to your calories.
I want some fancy sauce.
Yeah,
I'm not done using it. Looks good.
Can I have fancy sauce?
of course. Of course.
I'm using it right now.
But of course, if you want any more ideas, or if you want to run any sauce by me, or if you just need help with your nutrition, you know how to reach me. In the notes below, you'll be able to find how to reach me. So email me and we'll go from there. Now comment below, which one of these sauces have you tried, or which ones are you going to try now that you've heard about them? Let me know in the comment below. And of course, if you have tried them, let me know. Did you like it? Curious to hear. As always, hit the like button if this video has been helpful, giving you some new ideas and new kind of suggestions for your meal prep to help you along the way. Hit that like button and show it some love. Now, until next time, stay classy, have a good one, see you later, bye-bye.